세러데이 쇼다운 PRX 대 광동 픽스.
Bard,
which I actually like a lot. You're into a Varus J swap, pretty immobile. You can make proactive plays on the map, you can set up and ult on top of them. And if you end up a little bit overextended, as bards sometimes can do...
You don't necessarily want to play the Rel into this.
Oh, I love this.
But you could.
Yeah, I think
the Poppy for Peel.
I think the Poppy, you can flex it a jungle. Very good against Kalista and Lee Sin. It's a great pick for Peanut.
Yeah. Feels very nice, this composition, how it's going to work together as we're ready to hop into the Rift for game number 1. T1, 하나, 둘, 셋.
T1 fighting!
Family Esports, 하나, 둘, 셋, onward fighting!
And
Really ward XP this whole lane is there as well, and clear out that ward. Denying some information away from T1, and Polite should just be able to make his way down back to the bot side.
this is 13-0 on Aatrox.
Yeah, he's been playing this a lot. He has, you know, it's him and King who've really just played this champion a ton, and Zeus has been doing pretty good on it.
In the trade, so T1 actually going to be feeling pretty good about the way that went.
Not the best trade. I do think there's a caveat because with Rel you have Hex Flash and also you can W over walls, so not a big deal. But this might be the payoff, is they're going for a dive.
Well, I guess this was the whole setup, and T1 are not feeling good about this anymore. Delight is going to take a bunch of damage, but it doesn't matter. It's first blood over to the side of Viper.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, we saw them just get away with the magical portal, but any opportunity where you kind of get the CC laid on you, this Varus is so much burst. So capable of just one-shotting someone if you get some blight stacks down.
Yeah. Meanwhile, level 6 hit here for Faker. Owner just showing up just in case Zeka wasn't in a safe spot.
And they really don't. Oh.
Just do some burst. Zeka is going to be forced to Spirit Rush. Owner did use his Q, but no level 6 for him, and that's be the end of that. He does walk into stun range again, but he does have another charge of Essence as Faker thinking about it.
Yeah.
Flash Q, but no.
Thinking Flash Q auto, you know, did he have it? He was calculating, you know, running the numbers, run the 7 million outcomes in his head and decided against it.
So Owner maybe spotted getting in here. Either way, they knew that it was available, and it's the red buff. You wouldn't say it if it was the blue buff, then you would say blue-handed.
Yeah, which wouldn't work. Oh my.
Yeah, and Peanut, level 6. I mean, he's thinking about it as well, at least trying to push him away. As we do have this passive picked up, there's the ult as well, but Owner going to be blocked with the steadfast presence. Really not sure why he's taking this fight at all.
Yeah, I'm
hoping that Faker gets there, but that did not work out for him. Here comes Zeka. He does not have Spirit Rush, but he was there, and now he's not. And he's running away, and the timing for him, very unfortunate. Not going to see Keria, who's on a gank to try to get on top of Doran here, who might be forced to flash away, as the flash comes in from Zeus and does force it out.
You would see them slightly earlier.
Yeah.
But now he has his Poppy just being a human ward.
Peanut was setting up for that, and he's going to hit it. As let's see the damage into Owner. He's in a bit of trouble, can't dash away. Steadfast Presence does go down as flash on in from Peanut, and he is going to pick it up. The kick comes out late, and Peanut just very casually picks up a kill, and now Zeka coming on in. Zeus in a bit of trouble. Faker's making his way over. The charm is down, but Faker not really able to help out too much in this, and now Zeus just left all alone. Zeka gonna pick up that kill, and Life Esports with some big wins here in the early game. Now they're going for a bit more, as Guma doesn't have cleanse once again. Is forced to flash away in the Q. It's going to land, and it's barely not enough damage.
Oh man, he doesn't actually have smite, but they're looking for him.
Ooh, he's not gonna get knocked into the wall, but it's still a good angle for the charm, and Peanut just steals that one away with his ult. Might as well.
Man, this R5 Poppy getting all the value in this situation.
Yep.
And the power of this Ari, oh, Doran might be in trouble.
Yeah, Doran does not have his flash, so he's going to get sent up against the wall, and they should be able to set this one up pretty easily. Not much recourse for him, as he'll do a bit of damage. But look at this once again. Now it's Guma, who's on the Krugs, just going to get isolated by himself.
And getting a ton of value for it. Now, they are going to look for the return. There is a TP on Doran, and he might regret going for... Oh, he's going to immediately regret that.
Yeah.
He wishes he could cancel.
The timing, very unfortunate, and he's dead. Not much you can do, except not TP in this case, it feels like. As Bear comes down, Zeka in a bit of trouble, and just gets flash incinerated, and he's dead.
Just got absolutely bopped there by Faker.
It's a bit of a problem. I'm not really sure how he managed that. Hits level 10 here.
잡았고.
Got
아리
him.
노공이야.
Yes.
아리 노공.
W flash there.
No ult is what he said. About to grease us on the rift.
Oh, Guma.
Yeah, bit of an angle here, as Owner might be caught in the crossfire. We do have teleports available, and that is going to be dodged this time from Guma. Also has cleanse, but the damage is already coming out here. The teleport is channeled by the both of them as they are trying to get on top of Viper, but the peeling is coming away. He's just sprinting away as far as he possibly can, and there's the peel, but Owner gets in, as he is going to take out the lethality Varus, and now Delight's in a bit of trouble. Double stun comes in from the side of Keria, and T1 are turning this fight around immediately. Down will go Doran, and one by one the dominoes fall. Peanuts should be able to keep themselves alive, but that's 3 kills for T1. So what?
I mean, it is only contact. You know, it's just a fight.
Yeah.
On Life Esports looking to try and get some pressure on this mid tower.
Oh, the charm and the chains. There is the Fate's Call to save Keria.
That's why I was saying goodbye.
Yeah. Magical
Thing is-
Journey over the wall.
Hanwha, you could just go for the mid tier 1. You don't have to fight this. It is just a Camtech Dragon. So Zach is going to take mid tier 1. And actually, T1 have backed away, taking some heavy poke here.
Yeah.
And this seems like the best scenario for Hanwha Life Esports. I mean, look at the damage. It's literally just the poke. The Jace and the Varus doing everything. They don't even have to fight. They poke them off. They get mid tier 1 and they get the Dragon. Big win for Hanwha Life Esports.
It's just one of the basic rules of League of Legends is if the poke comp is sitting there in a passive positioning poking you and you're doing nothing, you will lose. You will fall behind unless you eventually get some kind of engage, but you're going to lose those health bars ever since like that one fight. As maybe this is an angle. Doran a bit out of position. The Q is going to miss, as is that one, but maybe just brute force will get the job done, and that it will. That's a kill for Zeus.
And ends up getting taken down. Not sure they'll be able to... Oh, Keria.
Oh. Well, you can take another try, I guess, or you might just get CC'd 100-0. So
Yeah, no Fate's Call that time around.
it's the end of that, and now Faker, he's not looking too good in this spot. As 4v1, Hanwha Life Esports get 2 picks, and now they're going to start up the Baron.
Yeah. Oh,
And now Keria is dead. Fate's Call, just kidding. Owner also getting in there, and now we have a flank from Zeus. This is a very nice flank. He's going to force the flash out of Viper, but the follow-up from Delight might be enough as the double knockup comes in. They don't quite take out Zeus, though, and now Viper is all alone. He does have Doran coming on in, and Zeus is just going 1v5 on the top side, but he eventually does get taken out, as you would imagine. Even Aatrox,
in the last couple of minutes.
it's been a struggle. Keria took the shortest magical journey of all time over that tiny ward. Zeus, he's hiding on bush. They don't know he's here. And, well, he's going to get that Banshee Veil out. Zeka is going to run away from this one.
Yeah, he's like waiting for someone to come by, and it's like, not Peanut. Anyone but Peanut.
And Hanwha Life Esports, again, chokehold on this one. They're going to get the charm on Zeus as once again. The CC Castle comes in. Zeus is going to get sealed fate and tries to go over the wall, but immediately denied by Peanut the Poppy. Once again, more value is flash on in, and that should be the end of this one. Keria going to get wiped up as well. The charm before the disengage cone as well to not get Faker out. And it won't be an ace, but it is going to be a very clean victory to the side of Hanwha Life Esports. They've got away in the bottom lane, and they will look to end.
Yeah, just a great setup. You know, they cleared out all the vision. They forced T1 to come into them, landed the poke, got the engage onto the Aatrox, and cleaned up from there. I feel like this has been such a good game for Hanwha Life Esports, and people questioned...
Oh, boy.
Didn't question that. People questioned, you know, can Hanwha Life Esports challenge T1? Is the gap between 2 and 3 that big? And the answer is no.
At the moment, certainly not, since Hanwha Life Esports going to take a very dominant win in game number 1.
It feels like they've kind of regressed in that area over the course of the split. Guma, you know, you can't even really follow him. He just doesn't get to play the game. You're playing the regular auto-attack Calista, and you're outranged by everything. And should you even get in range of someone to hit, it's a Poppy or a Rel. Good luck. And I think a lot is going to come down to Keria trying to close the distance because they don't have amazing engage on the side of T1, and they are dealing with a poke Varus once again. Yeah, I mean, not the easiest Rakan game. I think Nico and the Talia are kind of hard to play into, but Delight is just so good at Rakan.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you're not really going to suffer in lane...
Just about ready to hop on to the Rift for game number 2.
T1, oh no, who is that? T1 fighting!
How many esports? Not doing it.
On my fighting!
And to be honest, you can just hit people who aren't Cassante. Just launch a Q at them from a while away, press Ren, boom. Job's done.
Boom. Boom damage.
That's what we're looking for.
Oh, range minion.
This one's a bit more subtle because he at least went in the brush first.
Oh, he gets the root, and Delight's in a little bit of trouble. He's going to have to flash. And very early on, getting Delight's flash is going to feel very good.
Yeah, just using misdirection, and there went out of vision to turn into the caster minion. And Delight burning both sums. And now, I mean, this is actually great for Hard Life Esports because Faker's going to assume he's safe towards that side of the map, but they don't end up finding an angle, unfortunately.
Yeah, just like to go even.
I have seen so many of these matchups where they just both pop ult, do some heavy trading, no one dies, and then just continue business as usual.
Oh, nice charm landed here from Zeka. He's a bit low on mana. Might have enough for... Yeah, he's got enough for a W.
You know, if he had more mana, that could have been a different story.
Well, that's one way to do it. He is so far under the turret now. And he's getting flashed on even, but he's very fast, so I don't think he's going to stick around.
Yeah, that play would have been sick if that was Doran's turret.
Yeah.
He's the beneficiary of that play. Oh, Delight.
Nice dodge there. Has his flash back up. Peanut just getting some trading damage in. Carry's pretty low at this point, but so is Delight. He's not going to land the Q either. As Peanut thinking about a steal, but that's 1v4, and I think he's just going to have to get this one up. And that he will. T1 big commitment to that first Drake, and they get an Inferno. It's...
You know, I was looking through it. I didn't get time.
I think it was Zeka.
Probably. He is highest CS. Peanut is here.
Doran gonna pull him back. Delight also here. Zeus in a lot of trouble. He's got some help on the way, but flashed on with the charm and just no Qs available. First blood goes over to Peanut once again. And yeah, the rest of them just a little bit too late on the rotation.
If you're Peanut, been in the summoner without committing too much. Obviously worse than that is if you flash and Faker flashes and then you're just trading. But Peanut pretty far behind it.
Ooh. And now Zeus got a flash and he's getting TP'd behind. I don't think he even realized, but now he's trying to trade here on Adore and he's so dead. Charm
now
rings true. And again, this time Doran's actually being played around a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's got good setup on the Aatrox, and that's 2 times in a row Zeus has been taken down. Everyone with Doran is here, but Doran does have TP.
Yeah, he's ready if they do need him. And this is feeling like old times, just flipping for the Rift Herald, and he's dead. Peanut just gets 100 comboed from there. Guma nearly dies as well to the poke from Viper. And now he's kind of out of the fight, as now this front line is just being chipped away at. Owner is going to get that Crescent Guard, though, and a big Nico ult from the bush, but he's only a support Nico. Carrier is eventually going to go down. So it was some nice CC, but that was about it. Doran now in the front line, though, is kind of alone against the wall and the rest of T1, and that will be a favorable trade for T1. Yeah, already a bit of damage, decent amount of sticks in the Dragon, but actually, and now they're gone.
Viper's just firing piercing arrows from this brush out of vision. So hard to deal with him in this situation.
All right, we have a wall. Doran up against that said wall, just running around, reloading, getting ready. They're the chains, but that is a Xin Zhao. Now Peanut desperate to try to get into the pit as the Q comes in and he smites early. It's not going to work. T1 take down the Dragon, and that is a win for them. They've also got this Rift Herald in mid to try to get a push. I don't know, just use it to tank it up. Be a bit of a turret of his own. Now Zeus, he's got some help from Faker, but we have lots of rotations coming down to the bottom lane, actually.
Oh, no.
Doran up against a wall, and the rest of T1 is going to get a double knock-up in, and it all out now on a Faker. He's got Rakan nearby. Delight, a rare miss, actually, on that knock-up, but it might still be enough as Doran is going to take him out. Meanwhile, in the jungle, a big fight going on here as well. Peanut going to be taken out, and Doran eventually will go down, so now T1 charging up the bottom lane. As Viper not able to do enough. You know, if this were a mid-Nico, maybe could say differently, but At this point in time, Zeus in the top side, we do have the Chains of Corruption onto Owner just to delay his impact on this Drake, and they're just going to turn around. Carry is almost dead. It's now Homelife Esports. They just want to take the fight here. They don't even care about that Drake, but now the rest of T1 are coming in, and Zeka, he doesn't have an ulti, he doesn't have a flash, and he will go down. Faker in a lot of trouble, though. He's going to be taking out some low health bars as well, as here comes Doran, going to pull in Owner and keep him around the Crescent Guard. Is not going to help against the Cassante, who is assassinating this team. Zeus trying to go for the 1v4. That is not going to work out as the rest of your team is dead.
I feel like if T1 are winning, then they want to go for a Baron so they can get an advantage to close out the game. But if T1 are behind, then they... Oh,
onto Guma. There's a lot of people around, but Peanut doesn't seem to care. Look at that damage follow-up from Viper, too.
Yeah.
And now Guma's just out of the fight. He's just so low now.
Yeah, they could go for this potentially. I mean, he's going to have to recall and teleport... walk back in. He doesn't have teleport.
Okay.
Big cooldowns not to have.
Yeah.
And this is not
from the top lane.
This is not a fast Baron.
Yeah. It's a slow Baron, in fact. As now the wall's going to come in. They are going to try to turn this one around. Stun from the rocks. Bit of damage into Owner, who will struggle a bit into the poke before he uses that ult. As here comes Carry, gets the double knockup and the root down onto Zeka. He will go. And look at this. Doran also isolated. Homelife Esports, they wanted this fight. They asked for it, and T1 said, hell yeah, we'll go for it. As into that backline goes Owner. Viper is going to go down, and the Light will meet a similar fate. That's a very broken up one this time around, started by Keria. It's looking good for the side of T1 as Peanut still on the run, but...
Yeah, I think he's going to keep running. I don't think he has a chance of getting back in this Baron pit, and a great fight from T1, a great angle to punish.
Trying to make a fight here is Homelife Esports on the Mountain Soul, but you're losing turrets, you're losing control of the map very quickly.
T1 don't need this dragon. You know, obviously, Homelife Esports long way away from Soul. Oh, this.
Yeah, he's going to catch out Zeus, and this time the chains get huge value as he even flashes at the end. I know Aatrox is strong, but yeah, he was pretty dead at that point in time.
Yeah, a lot more value. Barra salting the Aatrox instead of the Zinzao. Looking like a good angle for Homelife Esports.
Yeah, helps that he got caught out, and now Doran is taking a bunch of damage, actually. Look at the poke coming out as now Charm comes out, but Doran immediately dies! And Peanut's super low as well. The damage from the side of T1 is just huge, and that will be Mountain Soul to T1.
Yeah, damage is getting laid down, and it feels like Homelife Esports frontline just got overconfident with the situation, more focused on the dragon instead of the fight. The damage comes in, the cleanup is there, and T1 managed to pick up the Mountain Soul.
Well, I guess they might get
area. Interrupted.
Yeah, very unfortunate timing. I think he might actually get away now.
I see. He changes to Talia, so it's Faker who dies, not him. That's how it works, right?
And they got fooled by
the
clone as well, and now Owner is coming on over. And Faker's here as well. Faker is pumping so much damage. I mean, look at his build. It's just damage. Like, it's kind of insane. As now, a very broken up fight. Zeka trying to do something onto the support, but Carry is still alive. And he will survive. Delight will not.
That's such a tilter, honestly. Probably spend a bit of gold first, but then just push in while the super minions do the work for them. Guma has found a Peanut.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a lot of damage.
The whole team is there. I don't know if you're getting away from this one, Peanut. Nice kick, but Carry has something to say about that. And that'll be the end of him. Just caught out in the jungle. Thought he could leave his base.
Yeah, and there's no time pressure on T1 here. They can just wait for the super minions to push in. And Homelife Esports, this tower's already so low. They're dropping the wall.
Yeah, they're just diving into the turret. The wall comes down. He does get bounced on over, funnily enough. And Doran is quite tanky, but they're just hitting the inhibitor at this point in time as Zeus. It's going to go down. They do take out the Aatrox, but it's 3 inhibitors down.
Yeah, very hard to get back from this position. Oh.
Okay.
Who hit?
Uh-oh, yeah, he's, oh God, he's just dead immediately. Down will go the Nexus turrets. Looks like T1 has finally broken into the base. That's another pickoff onto Zeka this time. And down will go the Nexus. We have a series on our hands as T1 will tie it up and bring us to a game number 3. Yeah, I mean, he had like some decent angles, but the difference in terms of impact is pretty huge.
Look how much damage Ona did on Zinzao.
Yep.
going to provide pretty strong cleanup after that initial pick in the fight. But I think maybe Zeri a little bit safer playing against things like the Maokai. You can obviously just ult you when you're bot lane.
Well, they certainly might just do that here, Ox, as Faker has gone on to Ahri now for the first time tonight. Let's see how it does go as we hop on the Rift for game number 3.
On life esports! Doris on fighting! T1! Doris T1 fighting!
Would say is a very safe bet.
We're probably at like, ooh, nope.
Uh-oh.
Zeka just not in range. Peanut just gonna dab on the haters.
Yep.
No, certainly not. I think the second that you see the Maokai, you're already feeling it, and then you pick Aatrox Ahri, and the enemy team is going to be like, well, we're going to draft more zone control, more engage. As Doran, you were talking about this, you know, how well is he going to be able to play this matchup? Already getting a decent trade, although you take some damage on the backside of that one.
He's very fast.
True. Here's Lee Sin. The slow comes in, and the flash charm does land on Zeka. Do they have the damage, though? The orb comes in, and Oner! Oh, he's going to get first-blooded, as they will pick up the kill at least. But Zeka will be pretty happy about that.
A lot of how you play Alistair's matchups, where you're playing more defensively, is when the support engages onto your AD carry, you just headbutt Zeri away.
He doesn't have many cooldowns now. He is going to get the pulverize once again, but now he's down a flash, and the chasing potential of Lee Sin and Zeri will eventually catch up to him. So.
Okay, so Delight actually swept as he walked past that brush, so Zeus knows someone's there, but not that it's specifically Delight. I think you may be dead, buddy.
Well, he's got flash. He just likes to just go down. And with 4 people in the top lane, I think he'll be okay with that, but
yeah,
still going to be a nice win for Life Esports.
The right call to save the flash, and Shady Doran doesn't just die to Keria. Now they've definitely seen him, and Keria's also seen the control ward, and I think he's dead.
Well, I mean, he is going to... Yeah, no, he's nice little dive. They see Keria, immediately they say, hey, let's just dive the Zeri, who's alone.
Yeah, 2 point-and-click CCs, more than enough. And it's actually a ghost from Guma, so... I mean, I don't think there's anything you can do, but it's not even like he can cleanse the Maokai route. He was just dead. Viper will tell his mom. You know that for a fact.
That's like how every 80 carry sounds. So just like the sounds we just made. Oh, come on. All right, Zeka, he's getting in there. We got a one-on-one Faker with one more essence and a ton of damage into Zeka, who will just run away and elect to not follow up on that one. And we're just setting up for a Rift Herald fight. Okay.
Faker just came up.
And we're just going to go for the flash forward from Keria. Doesn't get much of anything, as it's going to go to Faker, actually. Peanut in the pit. He is living for so long, and he gets over the wall as well. Nearly gets another passive in there, but it's still going to be a nice little 1-for-2 trade. You got to be careful not to stay right behind the Drake, or it will bounce onto you. And the Maokai ult here going to kind of corral them, as here comes Moom to help out as well. Keria's getting so low, and the steal comes in from Oner. But now with Keria down, it looks like Life Esports do want to capitalize as much as possible. Let's see what they can do here as T1 are moving in towards the mid lane.
Just out of the base. But I guess aggro is there.
Oh!
Viper's chasing.
You see that ward? Stop them in their tracks. Not going to matter. And they're just going to go away.
Especially valuable when they do want to be setting up for Baron. But that's a TP and a wall.
All right, nice charm off the wall. Faker experienced some of those himself. He has done it well, as now kick comes in, and they just don't really want to take part of this, but the Maokai ultimate is going to keep them around and make this very awkward for T1. That's some really low health bars. The flash on in from Peanut. He assassinates Faker, and now Keria just trying to frontline, just trying to make some space for the rest of his team, but Zayu's TPing in as well. He's on the run. He's not going to do anything by himself. You have to be careful for Doran to not lose his life to the Baron.
Yeah, Peanut's also low, and there's a storm, and I got the Aatrox.
Oh, they're just trying to turn at this point. Not sure, actually. And now Zeri's getting an angle. The kill lands on a Peanut. Oner, he threads the needle, and he's going to take him down. As now, oh, God, where did he go? Guma just plucked out of the air, and that's going to be the end of him. Oner, super low as well, as now we got TVs coming in, though. Faker looking for the cleanup. But Viper's just going to flap over the wall, and again, it's very early, so it's not like Faker and Keria can do this Baron, but Faker would like as many kills as possible, as the charm is very pretty. and he will pick up yet another one.
And you can definitely feel G1 know the time has been put on.
He's just dead. Okay, well, Charm comes in, and now the Wombo coming in. Look at that knockback from Zeka, Carry, and Kuma. Nearly both die instantly. It was looking okay, actually, with the Zeus damage, but man, he was outdone by the Taliyah this time around.
And I'm just going to say, I've been pretty critical. A lot of people have been of Zeka.
Well, you don't have a smite, so very doubtful that they do take it away, but let's see if they can get any cleanup.
He doesn't have his yet.
He just doesn't have smite. Oh, God. As Faker going to get rooted up and, scolded by mom a little bit, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Esports. Oh, here we go again. He gets it again. Now to two tankier members, but he's got his whole team there, and they all just burst to smithereens. It's now HLE Esports 5v3. Maybe they can end this game. Peanut kind of being harassed here on the left side. They don't have a wave.
Either way, a lot better in that situation. Dragon now up again, and HLE Esports.
Oh, man.
Have they overstayed?
Well, Charm is going to miss, and they get the Infernal Drake. Some low health bars, though, and Viper just flaps over the wall. We got an ult in onto Peanut. Somebody, I think, is going to have to sacrifice here, but now Mom called down and Owner is gone, and Delight, he gets the knock up here onto Kuma, who is just gone, and now it's 80 carry versus no 80 carry. Immediate cleanse comes in from Viper as he wants to burn some health bars. Oh boy, does he. Zeus is going to get away. And at the end of the day, it looks like maybe Faker and Keria also go down, but they're going to spend a lot of time chasing.
The hardest thing about playing Smolder is resisting the urge to flash Q when someone's slow. But Viper not going to waste his flash in this situation. But definitely just showing the advantage that HLE has right now. Delight is still alive.
Oh, the flash. Just not to get knocked up and secure the kill. Not sure about that one. Not sure about that one, Faker.
He has been having a great one so far.
It's working.
He keeps it up. Yeah, maybe that's the secret. Have you got any eye drops?
I do, actually.
Oh, man.
If you want some during the cast. They're just going to try to burst down the Baron, rather. And it might work out. I mean, it's not that fast, though. And now, just setting up for this one. Keria on the outside again. He's not that tanky. He's just going to burn the smithereens again. And now Viper's got an arm guard, dodges all the damage. Zeus desperately wants to take out this little baby dragon. Meanwhile, Guma's going 1v3. He's going to be taken out. And HLE Esports, they have a TP into the base as Zeka will try to end it, and they will try to stop these two's backs.
Yes,
I think it'll work.
Zeus has TP as well, so you can just TP back now.
Oh, but he can't go to the Nexus turret.
Good luck, Faker.
Yeah, Faker's dead, and now we got a second TP in. This one is over. Jace will put an end to this one, and HLE Esports with the big win over G1 tonight. A 2-1 victory in a close series, and it keeps them in contention for that playoff round 2 seed. Won the damage numbers pretty heavily in favor of the team that was ahead, that had poke champions, and kind of controlled the rift from a very early stage of the game.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the POG interview translation, joined by Peanut and Zeka on the side of HLE Esports. Congratulations! How do you feel, Peanut? Our match against T1 was a very important one, and if we were to lose today, that means that we would start off by losing against all the teams that are higher ranked than us. And that would have actually affected our team spirit, but I'm really glad that we're able to take them down today. And Zeka, in round 1, I feel like we lost against them so helplessly, and we really wanted to win against them today. And everyone did so well to win, and I'm really happy about that. So in the past, you guys had some regretful matches against T1 and Genji, just like Peanut said. But what a victory today. So what was the key point you focused on while preparing for your battle against T1? Previously, in our matches in the past, we had a lot of points that we had to improve on, and based on what the draft that the opponents prefer, since we have enough info on that and have a good understanding of that, we try to utilize that as much as we can. And Peanut, in Game 1, your last pick, Poppy, had a wonderful performance. So how did you plan your early pathing against Lee Sin? Poppy's actually really good against Lee Sin. And I knew that as long as I make enough impact in the early game, the rest of the game will go smoothly. But because of how great my teammates were, I think that's what allowed us to win so easily. Yeah, although you play Poppy with ease, Poppy isn't a very common pick in this patch. So what kind of strength were you looking for comp-wise? I feel like Poppy is a very decent pick where you give the opponent a really hard time. And I feel like there's so many opportunities to use Poppy in any sort of comps. So in game 3, Hana Life Esports players took picks they're most confident with, full of late game value. So what was the strategy during the draft? So since Maokai was open, I feel like that's something that you can set up a lot of things for your teammates as a team player, and I think that's what really stood out to us. And Zeka, you played Talia today, and your seismic shove was on point. And even when you got dove mid early, you took owner with you, and you had several great team fight plays. So how do you always get the timing right? Yeah, it's important to hit the skills, but I feel like there were a lot of moments that my teammates made such great angles for me to use the skills. That's probably why I was able to land them so perfectly. Zeka. So we saw Ari in all 3 games, and we saw Annie against her in game 1, and in games 2 and 3, we saw Ari Talia matchups. So what is the best counter to Ari right now? In the past, Azir used to be the best, but because of how Azir is disabled right now, I would say rather than saying that it's a counter, I think Talia is probably the best to try to disable the Ari. The Talia-Ari matchup is quite hot lately, so how can you explain how Talia can win against Ari? Talia isn't actually a really good champion when it comes to 1v1 matchups in the laning phase. But I think instead of focusing on the laning phase, you have to think about what kind of impact you have to place in terms of how to cover the entire map. So you guys don't have a lot of matches left in the regular season. You took T1 down today and you'll be playing KT and D plus Kia next week. So we have 2 remaining matches before the playoffs. I think regardless of the results, it's important for us to bring up our forms to the best of our abilities. And Zeka, both of the teams that we're playing against next week are very strong. And so we'll have to take our time to prepare so that we can win against them. And this will be the end of the interview with Peanut and Zeka of Hana Life Esports, and back to the space.